katika ushawishi wa lakini pekee wa kufanya nini. Mungu Mwenyezi, tunakuja mbele zako wakati kama huu tukisema asante kwa neno ajili ya watu waliotuchangia hapa siku ya leo na elimu ambayo iko mbele yetu. Mungu Mwenyezi, naomba uiweke mbele yako na katika jina la Yesu naomba na kuamini na kwa jina la
Asante. So nafikiri tunaanza tumechelewa kidogo ya 130 minutes, actually more, almost 2 hours behind schedule. And I'm going to welcome our chairman, Bwana Wasea, to take over from here. Asanteni kwa wale wamefika karibuni.
Yes, asante sana Mtoni. Nimependa kuwataraktu na karibuni 2025 meeting. The request people that are karibuni on behalf of the party, as we go to other members, to get the start from there. I'm going to invite our secretary, probably outgoing secretary, Mr. Sulu, akaribia hapa. Get the control room of members together for our annual general meeting. At anybody to give apology, and then Sulu will read for us our previous minutes, the previous AGM, and then we will have two members who propose to that was 2 minutes from that AGM at the second one. So, karibuni, for the sake of the minutes, I will be requesting Sulu probably to take a minutes. So, we'll commit everybody, elected members, to give apologies for AGM for the sake of records. Apologies from members. So the first apology was so we have apology to my wife, apology for my wife. We have apology to so free Keegan, Sylvia Paul, Duncan Comment, apology Duncan Comment, Masiruta, apology from Masiruta, Vincent Kipra, apology from Vincent Kipra, Sharon Jedleting, apology Sharon. Yes, Nage, Nagio. Yes. Late, but Robert and Boy. Yes. Agoyak senior elder, James Luther. Ago Birwa, apology. Get rid of Agoyak apology. Yes. Nevasanga, Agoyak apology. Yes. Lilian Chirchir, Agoyak apology. But we have moved to apology for the next Massacoet, Ian Churman. Ian Churman, Agoyak apology Churman. Andrew Agoyak Andrew. Apology. Yes. Agoyak Libarab Sawe, Mrs. Sawe, Agoyak apology. For the sake of progress, we will progress and then we will add apologies, we will register as we move forward. And Kitwek Mutai, we have apology. Kitwek Mutai, call me. Akaisa Prayer, we have apology. They are very interested, and then is the rock. We can decide. I will look for apology, yes. And from Mapa, I will invite our Secretary Sulu, also one of the previous meetings, and then we provide us with the
Thank you so much. MC, Shikamonia Saka Pastor. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. My name is Zulu Asimbad. I am the current secretary of Kitwek. Since the results has not been announced for the new coming members, I am the current secretary for Kitwek. So I'm going to read the minutes for the last AGM meeting. It was held on 2024. It was on 21st October 2024. Held at Fulham Gardens. Everyone knows Fulham Gardens near the airport there. And we had members president who was nearly 20 members. And we received a lot of apologies, myself from the ladies' side, because most of the people there I think it's not that one. So most of the attendants were men, and they sent apologies from the ladies' side. I won't mention their names, but anyway, the meeting was opened and launched by your chair, and the first prayer was from Mercy Comment, and we took the attendance of the members, and there was confirmation of the previous minutes. So I was saying, I think you can help me to display the sorry for the technical issue. Others, I'm going to continue. So, I've read the first agenda opening of the meeting, then attendance, then our second agenda was confirmation of the previous minutes, and the minutes of the previous AGM were read and unanimously approved by Hosea and Mercy. So that day, Hosea was present during 2023 AGM, and Mercy Comment was present, so they approved the minutes. And our first agenda item was chairperson's report from Hosea, and Hosea presented the report of the chair. He reviewed the annual calendar of the year. I won't mention everything, I'll just go through. And he mentioned some challenges that the organization was facing in terms of membership renewal. Then the association received grants that were contributed to us that smoothed the operation throughout the year. And another thing that Hosea proposed was he led members to pay the annual renewal fee to help to raise the additional funds. Okay, in agenda number 4 there. Then he talked about a proposal was made for members to pay an annual renewal fee. Then he suggested that each department operate independently to improve the communication and efficiency. Then there was a treasurer's report. So our treasurer is Tony, you can raise your hand. Tony is our treasurer. And so treasurer's report was Treasurer Martoni was unable due to industry travel. Martoni was going to see me on that day, and was there presented the spreadsheet for the finance, and the copies were printed of all the members present. The concern that was raised was regarding certain funds that was not aligned to the financial statement, and I think Nancy was there. Nancy, I think everyone knows Nancy. Nancy was there, and Lisa Alconi supported the finance. And I think he uploaded the result or updated function in our subgroups for the registered members. And association finance were reported to be good standing with an increase of income over the previous year. I think 2023 we didn't have any grants, but 2024 we received I think 2 grants, one for 15,000 and another for I don't know less than 10,000. So we had 2 grants in 2024, and the secretary was tasked with updating the list of the registered members who are paying their renewal fee. I think we still have the challenge with that issue. I think the chair will address that issue. Then we had a welfare report presented by Wesley and Ben. Where is Wesley and Ben? Wesley and Ben. Oh, they're all here. So these are our leaders for the welfare. So they presented their report on the welfare, and the current members on that day was 90. I think at the moment they are, how many are there at the moment? 171, so you can see an improvement. Anyway, they're going to give their report. Then the reimbursement to be made within 2 weeks. So everyone knows that as a member of welfare, you have to do reimbursement after 2 weeks. Then bereaved members are to be given 3,000. Welfare leaders propose organizing a meeting for all the members as soon as possible. I'm going to go to the different department. That is led by Ken and Justice. And the department performed well. Organizing several activities, and Ken proposed opening of separate account for grants and tickets. I think that issue has been resolved. We've got our website now, and we're going to be selling our tickets in the website in upcoming events. And I think there was a member who introduced mentoring programs for women within associations, and that was our main goal as Kitwek. Mental health department was led by Common Sisters, Josie and Mercy. I don't know if they're here. Josie and Mercy. So I think they're not here. Maybe they're away. Actually, but so they had a challenge with. We realized that our community was suffering a lot with so many people with mental issue, and they didn't give the name of the people, but because of privacy and everything. But they gave that there are so many people in our community having a lot of issues, and they were proposing more support. Since we know that Mutai, I think everyone knows father. We normally call him father. He moved to interstate and he was part of the mentorship team. But so those people were seeking support from our members who have been here for a while, since they were youths. The Mercy and Joseph are youths. So sometimes to tackle issues of others is so hard. They're proposing maybe someone who was here for a while or has a family and is happy to do the thing, they can support them. So there was sports department. Is Bruno here? Bruno is here, tackle some issues there. So they've been doing well actually. You've seen the sports activity running on somewhere. So there was no query there. Their funds, they have their funds and everything. And they recommended increasing women's participation in sport for gender inclusivity. I think everyone agrees with that. So we need some improvement in terms of ladies. Ladies, you can organize your events, then you can just talk to Bruno, you can support the people. So A or B, members propose future AGMs to be scheduled on weekends instead of weekdays to improve attendance. So as you can see, maybe that's one factor we need to consider, and we're going to talk about it. So I think it's because of people who have families, kids are going to school, they need to pick them. Then adjournment. So the chairman adjourned the meeting and just as close the hour of prayer. So actually, we didn't, there were so many things discussed, but what I did is just to, I attached all the items according to the department. Otherwise, we're going to be discussing all the items that we discussed on that day. So I need some people to approve if those were the right minutes for 2024 AGM. So maybe I need some members to raise their hands so that we can put forward for the record. So we received there from Faith. Is it Faith? What's the other name? Faith Kohage. So you can note down there. Faith Kohage as seconded the meeting. Anyone else? Oh, Mr. Ben here. So no one from the other side, you people are not there. Okay, thank you. So we want to Ben here. Ben has already approved the minutes. So that is my take, and I'm going to welcome the next person. Thank you so much for the time you gave me to be as a secretary. You didn't see my name in the board. Maybe I'm going to go home now. But
I will be there sitting, so don't worry.
Asante sana Sulu kwa kazi nzuri. Naona ni progressing well. So far so good. I would like as our treasurer to prepare Tony. I will invite our secretary to give our treasurer, Tony, to give us his report, and go ahead with my report. Karibu, Tony. Makofi kwa Tony.
Kongwe Chairman, Santi Bwana Hosea. Before niendelee, ningependa kuwasalimu mara nyingine. Mjambo, jamge. Bas, nafikiri this might be the last time standing as the treasurer. It's been a pleasure. So I get my report ready. Nasema it's been nice working with the team at Kitwek. It's a high time to take a back seat, but tutakuwepo. Will be some 100% supporting on other sectors. I'll just have a quick overview, but ningependa kwanza kualika wanake aende through the events. That's where we spend most of our money. Then I'll come and do the summary of the final report for this AGM 2025. Wanake, karibu tafadhali.
Amjamboni wa mune. Kwa majina ni Ken, have you heard? Mimi ndio outgoing events coordinator na hapa niko na MC. Thank you so much. So, 2025, we had a lot of events, but these two were the main ones. So we are going to start with gala and sports day. So our gala was on the 23rd of March, down there in what's it? Croydon? Yeah, Croydon Club. And it was not very bad, you know. We had a very good turnout. Around 420 people were there, and I'm sure all of you were there. So the day was successful, and we are going to show you how we spend the money, the sponsors here, etc. So thank you.
So after we spent 14,200 for awards, and kids needed to use 500. Water photographer tukapea 1,500. Jose, we were planning to bring him a picture, but due to some unavoidable circumstances, now you know we don't use and stuff, you have to use money, so the decided that it was used to bring the visa and the stuff. And after certificates, graphics and videos, tulikuwa na live coverage of the day, so we use 800. Madeco, we use 6,992.8. Alafu for women department, we had tulipewa 200 tukaenda cruise na tulifurahia, tukashukuru sana
kidogo kidogo. Hii women's department ni ile nguo mlikuwa mmevaa. Unacheki hiyo nini hizo? Mnakumbuka eh? Yes, so we send 1,500 ndo wakavaa siku ya gala. Yes, that's the one. Hapana.
Alright, sorry, misinformation. Alafu DJ Amo, we paid 1,000. Alafu we had a test during our last class. Now we paid $600 for the flight. Alafu venue, 330. Alafu after the gala event, tulikuwa na fine cost tulimaliza late. And we could show up on time. And that is the fine we put 1,600.
So to elaborate kwa hii fine ni the lady who was cooking the food. Alika walitoka at 5 a.m. So we were contracted to leave at 1 a.m. which was okay. Tulitoka around 1:15 and that was fine. But because the lady extended from 1 to 5, tukapewa fine ya 1,682 because it was on a Sunday and they were doubling, so we lost this money because of that one. No matter we had some few issues, we did ask her to split the fine with us, but it was very hard. So yeah, so that was the total expenses, 29,644. Now, hapa is sports day. So our gala is normally, we normally do it at the same time. So sports day, we had a venue hire, which is 1,090. Referee, who was doing the second day in Manafam, in 600. Water for players, 122. Like DJ and trophies, ni yote. So total ni 3,108. So in total, we spend around, you see 32,753 in total pesa tulitumia expenses for 2 days. Alafu hapa ni income. Yeah. Hapa ni ticket sale 25,078. Hiyo ni Eventbrite, kuna watu walituma kwa account, hiyo ni total. Alafu tulipewa sponsors, tuko na sponsors hapa na cyber security, yote inakuja 35,78. Enda juu kidogo na MC. So in total we made a loss for those 2 days of 21,75. So yeah, manjua kidogo. But yeah, that was the part. So go down and see. Committee. Gala, we had committee of 12 people. I think they are only actually, if I'm not wrong. And tulipanga wote. Anything that we did was in consultation of this team. We had a WhatsApp group where we discussed everything. We made all the payments. They all saw and they are aware. So that was the thing. So I think we'll just take some questions by taking the card. Allow you to move on to the next item.
Someone is asking the cyber security amount. We don't know where that money came from.
I think with that one, we will get some explanation after when the treasurer comes on board. Thank you so much. Any other question? Yes, hand up. Go back. They want to see more back. More. Yes.
I just have one question about the service provider. This is the bill preparation. Would you guys have a sort of an argument of like what time the customer should leave? Or would you have an argument you have a service agreement or something written?
Thank you. There was an agreement, but it was not signed. But we had agreed, so we didn't sign anything, and that's why it was hard to follow. But yeah, that was a mistake we did. Yeah.
So on that note, what are you going to do in the future subject to roadside issues arising?
Thank you. So, in future, because we have a new events coordinator coming on board, we will advise them to try and start the event on time. You know, Kenyans, we tell them the event starts at 5 p.m., they rock up at 9 p.m. Like on that day, at 8:45, we had not even, started anything. So in future, we need to stick to what we announce. If we start at 5 p.m., we go that way. So I think that's really what they can do, otherwise I don't think there is any other way.
You want to say that the lady was late because we were late to come to the gala?
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, yes, because she was meant to start serving the food from 6 p.m., but at 6 p.m. there were like 20 people, And when we had with our case, she said that we were meant, like our people were late, which they were late, And yeah, I think we tried to convince her to go with this minute, but it became very bad. We tried so much. Wesley, I spoke to her. Wesley, we tried, but we couldn't. Yes, no.
I just want to clarify something on that issue. We had problems with that contractor, and this is something that we learned that in future, when contracting people, we will need to have a binding agreement, which is but in saying that, when the Kennedy we were guilty as members, because I remember before even schedule ilikuwa tumetumia watu because watu wana problem. Wakati watu wanafika na wakati chakula ilikuwa inafaa ikuwe inakuwa clear kwa table. Notwithstanding that, we figured out that this lady hakuwa na capacity ya provide your service. So this is something that we need to decide as an association kwamba our vetting of service providers has to be very stringent, and tunafaa tuweke standards on another level. But that then will mean that the deficit of your budget is going to be low, because then that will be expensive, and it's a decision we'll have to be making as we go forward. Kwamba, if we needed someone else, that means we would have spent another about 5,000, 6,000 by your budget to get 20,000 for the people in our community who would have provided the service, and that we feel maybe they would have had the capacity to provide that service without running late. So what Kennedy has highlighted, I'm just putting that on top of it, that it's a learning process. This is the second time we've contracted someone. Both times they've been disappointed. And it's a decision as well that members will decide today or in future. Are we going to try for the third time? Or we have to decide on another way of approaching service providers in terms of catering services. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you.
You've mentioned that one of the reasons why the food period went really late is because the event started late due to people being late. But my question is, was the person or the team that prepared the food actually ready for the food to be served at the scheduled time? From memory, what I remember was that the food was served very, very late, and that took a lot of time, like queuing, instead of the program ongoing. From memory, was the food ready on time? Is my question.
I will answer that as well. Sorry, I'm answering a lot of questions because I was actually, I've been the chairperson for the committee for 2 times, and in this occasion I I stepped back a little bit, but I was still doing a lot of this work. So it's part of the answer that I was giving, that the capacity of this service provider was not up to where we would have had a seamless delivery of that food. So yes, the food was not ready. Even if the people were there, the food was not ready. And another thing we figured out, or we learned from that time, is that she didn't have enough staff to serve us. And from agreement before the event, we had agreed that we'll have 2 serving stations. But she only delivered 1 because she didn't have enough people to man the tables and serve people. So that is a mistake that happened, and the only reason we suffered the consequences of that is because we did not sign an agreement, which we thought it was signed because it was sent to her, but it was not signed. And it's a fault that we didn't follow up. And the only reason why we didn't follow up from that time is because we were saying, last month for the cousin, our providers on Ibali. And I think that is a mistake that we did. And personally, I might be the chairperson of the next gala. I'm campaigning for myself, but if I'm going to be the chairman, lazima ukuze na ulete evidence. Na tutatafuta lawyer. I think it's something that we need to get a lawyer. So that to sign hizi mambo na vitu zikuwe very straightforward, kwamba anaweka deposit ya kubid na aweke something collateral here. If she did not deliver, we didn't need to have paid the fine there, and we didn't even need to have paid her full money because she didn't deliver the service. So on behalf of the committee, we take that responsibility and we apologize to the members, and we beg that in the future we are going to fix that mistake.
Any other question? Yes.
I think I was a member of the committee. I think when we do that, you guys think about it. And when we have the AO properly keep the vehicles, if there is any other way we can do it. Because last 2 times we failed and we win our reputation because I told you before that. So the lady with the sergeant, you know, she's 5 o'clock, honestly. I like a man, but I'm 5 or 6, you know. But still, because I'm signing contract, so we need to do that because I'm not so I think we need to try and come up after things.
So just one more. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Just on that, I'm not sure if I'm nikisema AOB, but wacha tukiseme sasa. In the previous year, 23-24, tulikuwa tumepata bids from interstate, the people that did the Melbourne event, and they had done a very good job, and we had received bids from them. But as a committee, tulisema buy tukasema tunapatia mtu wa So I'm just confessing how we reached that decision, but it's something that you can consider when you think about it.
Thank you so much. On a positive note, anyway, MC kidogo tu chini. So tuko na negative, but we managed to fund sports day, you know. So really, sports day we did fund. So if sports day was not there, then gala ingebalance vizuri, we would have had a negative. The only other challenge we had, and I have to say, was the sponsors, because we had the Women's International Day, 14th of March, I think so, and 8th. Yeah. And since we appealed to some sponsors, most of them had already sponsored the Women's International Day. So it was very hard for a sponsor, to sponsor this one. 2 weeks after, they come again. So it was a challenge, but look, it wasn't that bad. So I think that's all. We'll go to the next item, which is Mr. and Ms. Kitwek 2025, and that was done on the 20th of September this year. Yeah. So I'll give my colleague to go through it.
So, to fund the income and sponsorship, the total amount was 19,460. So we got sponsorship from Yuri Design, 2,000, Cyber Security, 2,000, Open Maps, Team, 100, People Verification Agency, 500, NDI, 500, Tokens, 500, Quake, 250, Captain Loans, 250, Euro, 250. We also sold the Rapid Stamp from Ghana, that tukapata 600, alafu from the ticketing event, we got 8,805, alafu tulikuwa na watu wenye walikuwa wamelipa cash, tukapata 275.
So I think we have some of the sponsors here. Musimame to move away from this one. They came through, they helped us very, very good. So expenses, venue hire, that the venue up there was very expensive, $34.90. I'm gonna package this one with a fine as well. So we're going to play for dear 500, and if you go down, we've got to play for the again 485. So this 485 and 500 was the fine. On that day, we very wide at 500, but fine, we were fined actually 970, I think. Here 485 and 500. The reason was one, we left late. We were meant to leave, I think, midnight. We left at 2 a.m. Tuliwacha uchafu pia. So yeah. So we lost nearly 1,000 only for the being late and fined. But okay, go back again. So we had trainings prior to the day. So easy, it was this one, and this one. Those who are like kids or one that could train prior. We used to do it every Sunday to every Sunday, twice a month or once a month. Yeah. So the DJ to 400, MC 500. I think our MC was Mary and someone else. There were two of them. Decoration was 500. You see, this is more cheaper compared to our Costco. That was the cutlery, soft drinks, yeah, office works, sachets. These ones are the ones that they have, you know. So they say they are the food you are telling when I was there. That was the fine. Sanjay was the photographer. That was 581. Flyers. Is of custom and it cost 150. They were made in Kenya. Part 2. When I started those are the ones that were awarded to the contestants. We got food. This time, food was cheap. You know, we had a lady, a new one. It was cheap, but I think the food was not enough. Sorry about that, but they complained the food was not enough, but it was affordable. Trophies, that was 300. Fireboys, those guys when they were to entertain, yes. Then t-shirts, was 735. They were done by Kevin. Where's Kevin? Yeah, Ali to say they are going. Then we got chairs, the throne chairs, not those two of them. Each was 160. I love the training still applies to the other one. Kids, yeah, they got gift, each one of them. I think it was $70 per child. Yeah. Then Tracy was our trainer. Tracy, stand up. She came through every Sunday. She never missed. She volunteered. She came over. She trained all the kids and all the contestants. Thank you so much. I decided also. Makeup. Kulikuwa na lady. She came over and did the makeup for the contestants who paid her. And last one, the awards. Yeah. So awards, all the contestants who contested. Kila mtu alipata kitu. The winners each got 500. Alafu all the runners, everyone got 250. So at least kila mtu alipata kitu. Total, ilikuwa I think 17,195. Yeah, so we made a profit actually in this one. So yeah. Yeah, we made a profit of 265. Kama hatungekuwa na fine, ingekuwa ni 1265. So we want to take some questions if you are ready for this one.
The observation that I made was the entertainment, especially from the Bibles. This is my observation, personal, and just also for myself. Maybe next time we try and put an entertainment there that will also benefit our children, because they were using dance, and I don't think that our kids will be growing up thinking that using dance like that is just normal. And yeah, I would want to raise my child in an environment whereby they think they just pull in the dance movement. That's my obsession.
Thank you, Edna. The security there, they called the police because he thought those guys, sorry, were, you know what I mean? I think I was saying like the video. So look, very good observation. In future, we'll make sure this doesn't happen, and we will try and get the right people. And our apologies. And we had a committee. We were 9 of us. Mimi, Japan, Walter, Abednego, Mary, Wesley, Johnson, Lizzie, and Osia. So they can answer any questions.
Mine is just a praise more than anything. From a person who knows that planning events is very, very hard. I just want to commend your work because, first of all, from a financial perspective, it was very affordable, like ticketing-wise, and then you laid it out very well that, like it was used very, very well. So I just want to commend you on that, the financial perspective, and also trying to involve like a very large demographic of kids of all ages. Very, very well done. But I think the only thing that stood out to me that maybe we need to work on for next time is our time. Especially since we have kids, we want to sleep early. But it was a very good event, good job, very impressed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So time really was a factor. The only problem, the MC couldn't start the event because there were no people. Our kids, or the kids who were contesting, they put so much effort. So we had to delay a bit to try and get the crowd in. But look, in future, again, I think it's our people to try and keep time. But it's true, that was really.
Mine is about training, the training venues. Instead of using different venues, I would recommend just picking one venue in advance, and then it's much easier that way than going to different venues every time.
Thank you so much. I think we'll go down.
It's just an observation as well. Kwamba tunapoteza pesa mingi sana kwa fines. Sijui tutafanya aje. So as we continue deliberating, tumepoteza hapo around 2,000 sasa karibu 3,000 kwa fines, which is hiyo ni membership ya the whole team for the whole year. Unajua tunaweza sponsor ili mtu ya welfare mtu mmoja ameshamsupport. So mimi naona tufikirie sana mambo ya fine. I don't know when we think of solutions for our coming events, tufikirie vile tutamanage mambo ya fines. Thank you.
I think as a community, maybe for next time, probably we do our own entertainment because this is, it's from the community. I think people can come up with entertainment, Some of the art is a drama, some of the art is a stage. Maybe that way it would be much better now for us to be around, some of the traditional songs, some of the art folk songs. I think it's about to do it than as some fire voice, tunanusi hiyo hata because the other people do work that so probably
Thank you.
Yes. So I think in regards to observation, moving forward, in regards to fire enterprise, we are looking after kids in regards to this kind of event, and we are building a community whereby we want all the people who participated last year or the organizers of last year in preparation to this year to make something for next year. So that whoever is leaving or whoever left last year, we don't just watch it to we bring them in so that we organize something that is going to be substantial. As you said, one of the police were late, I can imagine if my boy was there and said, these are bad guys, because the kind of police and some police are for bad guys. So you can imagine what kids would have seen when the boys or something about them. So I think moving forward, we bring all the stakeholders about playing part last year and this year to make something substantial. So event coordinator or whoever is going to take over, identify. And to say, comment or the key players last year. We have Tracy and the team for this year. So if you guys can come up together, we sit down as the committee members so that you can assist us, because I know once someone leaves, it's a something we ask what next, but if we have the team that will play that part, it will be easier for this roll over. I think that's my observation.
Thank you so much. So, before we talk that venue was very expensive, $34.50. Next year, we've booked in advance Woodfield Town Hall, which will only cost $1,200 and can accommodate up to 800 people. So there, you might be able to save at least $2,500 on venue only. And then for Gala, we did book a venue in Parafricanes. I don't know the name, but it's just opposite there. Yeah.
Just an observation. For the last two major events, that is Gala and the Mr. and Miss Kitwek. So I'm just urging if we can pay or you can just buy our tickets in advance so that at least the planning committee would manage the issues around booking the venue, because it's really stressful for the committee to book a venue, ideal venue. So at least as members we need really to help the committee. If there is gap, tulipe mapema kwa sababu 3,000 Google sana sometimes praise factor and other factors. Then the second, I will request that we can input a question today so that this today it will remain in records that kama Gala yetu next year March tutafanya at this venue. That was agreed today in AGM. Like if it's 5 o'clock, can we agree today in AGM? We will start at 5 o'clock. I'm to agree. We will put 5 o'clock, but come at 7 o'clock.
Thank you so much, Kidoba. So before I give it to Sai, maybe on that one, Gala, there were two things. We do it in an hotel, like as far as convention center, Hilton Hotel, you know, everything will be done, you know, how it is. Or we go back to a community hall. Community hall follows all of these ones. But, you know, place like Esperance or Hilton is a bit different. What do you guys want? You want us to go to community hall or go to town? After? Okay, thank you so much. Exactly. So I believe it's suggesting we try something else, maybe an hotel. Yeah? If I have other question, then I'll give you guys to maybe vote and move. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Ken. Mine is not a question, it's just an observation in regards to this Kitwek. Next time the judges, as much as it's a competition, they really, when they sit down and decide who won and who didn't, it's also good for them to be sensitive and realize that they are dealing with these children between the years of 12 and 16. And we also what one of the kids happened. So the rest of them were awarded the trophies. One carried up to 2, and one child out of all the 4 didn't have anything. She put all her efforts. We went home crying, and it's what's damage done then, and on the background, we're still encouraging her and having talks with her and telling her it's okay. So to avoid such things next time, judges should also make sure it's a team of people who know actually what kids are like. They understand what it is. They understand the results, the repercussions. So that's my observation.
Thank you so much. I'll comment as well on that one. One is to apologize. There was a mistake, and we had a child as a committee. Next year in Gala, we will award the child in our Gala. So we had a child who gave a good ticket. There was, I think a trophy was missing as well, so it was on our side. And the judges too, we had told them, but for some reasons it didn't happen. So our apologies. Next year we'll try and fix that one.
Well, you said that next year you're awarding the...
Yes.
So it's my suggestion that you let her know now, because between now and that time, a lot of damage is done.
So we had after the competition, we had a dinner 2 weeks after in Luxembourg, where all the competitors were there. We gave them their awards, and we told them that there was a slight mistake in the competition, and the child is aware. She is aware, and thank you.
Mine is just a suggestion in regards to kids. Given that with the pageant, it mainly focuses on, let's say, beauty, I would suggest a concert, given that we have Christmas coming up, so the kids will come together, do the Christmas carols in Kalenjin or in Kiswahili. That way they're able to bring out their different activities without having to compare the external factors.
Thank you so much. What about checking the ongoing events coordinator? That's a very good one to start from. So, any other question, please? Thank you.
Mine is just a suggestion. I saw it for the kids. It was not good because they student very good. So that is another thing I need. Either we can start with the kids fast, and then by 9 they are gone, they can go home, and then we can continue. Another thing of going to an hotel